Hey guys, Emerson Chewy Side, and welcome back to the driving school, or whatever I call it, episode 8, and this is another episode where I'm not going to be doing any driving, just basically explaining things on how to load something and save it, which is the paints, custom paints. Like, you'll see many cars out there that are custom paints, especially some that are based off the real drivers of NASCAR. You'll see in NASCAR iRacing series. Or GT3, you'll see like real paints. Like, let me see if I can find a random one here. Let me go to my documents and I'll just show you what I'm talking about. Alright, here's a Red Bull car. You can see customly painted, but this is a template. Real confusing, and I'll get to that. But that's pretty much what I'm talking about. And if you really want more of an example, I guess I could show you a finished paint. I guess I'll show an old one of my cars since the template changed, but this is what a finished product will look like. You can see that's my own custom paint. Somewhat looks like that now. It's a little bit different, but that's what we're going to be going through. So first things first, for a custom paint, you're going to want Trading Paints, which is a free program. I spelled trading wrong because I'm a moron. The Trading Paints, which looks like this here. I put a link, don't worry. When you search for it on Google, there's an install thing which looks like this. You just click this and it'll download an exe so you can install it. Shows you how to do everything like right here. Requires Net Framework 4.0. So make sure you got that installed and just install Trading Paints. You'll have to sign in when you sign in. So let me find let me sign out real quick. Let me sign back in. And it just uses your iRacing info. So your email address, which is right there. I'll blank it out so don't think about looking at it. And the password is just a password that you used for iRacing. So that's it. Just sign in, go to showroom. Here's all the paints that are available and new. But if you're looking for a specific paint that someone else already did for you, say for, let me just say the SS. Like these 3 paints here are probably going to be run today in the little Tony Stewart special, but here's a Kevin Harvick paint. You see, someone did it all up. And if you want to run it, as I said, make sure you have Trading Paints installed, which the icon looks like this. So let me open that actually. And new template. If you want it to automatically load up Trading Paints every day when you start your PC, just check this mark. I don't do it because I keep forgetting, but I'm going to forget again because I'm not going to bother with it. And I click this little edge here. I don't know how to fix this little problem here. So I just click that. It goes away, but it's still open, as you can see down here in the taskbar. See? So as long as you have that open, you want to erase this paint, just click it, erase this paint, and it'll load up the paint, and you'll see it under My Paints. Which you want to go look for the car, which should be right here, but I don't have a paint selected except for my own custom paint. For a team, I don't really use it, so there you go. So let me get into more detailed things here. So let me open up a paint of mine. Let me find the Ford here. Alright, what I've been running this week is a 7-Up. Kind of stolen with the Red Apple Ale paint scheme, but that's what I did, and there's my template. But what you want to do, so let me do this in a way that'll save us all time. Let me find the actual template. So when you go to iRacing, alright, so let me go to the iRacing page here, which I got right here. You can see this under the car. I was talking about a template. So let me click paint. Waiting for this to start. Can't wait. 5 minutes. Alright. So here's your basic paint deal. I'll go through that in a bit, but what I'm talking about is car template. Now, if you want to download, say, the Ford Fusion car template, you just click download car template. It'll download a PSD format, file. Or if you just want to pick from a whole list of templates, hell, you can download them for every car by clicking this. But say you want to pick whatever, just find say Ford Fusion, right? Just click that and it'll download it. Click Save File. It's in a RAR or zip file, so make sure you have something like that, and it'll appear in your downloads. And I said it was a RAR, so I moved mine to a special folder here. our paint temps, and this one says 46 template FF. That's the one we're looking at, which is, well, should be this one here. Should be the new template. Yep, there you go. It's all blank, boring, and annoying. So I'm just gonna copy and paste this over here like that. That was just from my other one, but this is, let's say this is your finished product, right? Turn off this layer. This is layer group, turn off before exporting. And there's another one. This is the same thing. Turn off before exporting. So now we're going to go to File, Save As. I'm using Paint.net with a PSD plugin. You can say it wants to save as a thing, but I'm just going to call this test. You know what? Let me redo this whole little thing here. That's not the paint I want to use. I want to use the 7B. That way it gives me, I can give you something to, I guess, see the difference of. Alright, I'm just going to copy this over that. You can see it's kind of meh. It's just randomly thrown together. Now we go to Save As. Do those, turn off export deal, which I already did, but I'm going to save this again as, let's just say, test 7 up. And we're going to click here where it says Save as Type and look for TGA, which is like that. And let me actually save this somewhere I'll remember. I'll just save it right there. My paint temp. So click Save. Press OK, and it'll ask you to flatten, which puts all the layers down into one. And that's what it looks like. So I'm going to click Don't Save because I already saved it. Now, what do you do from here? So now you got to get it to the iRacing servers, right? So what you do is look for your car that you want to use under Trading Paints. So the next car is Sprint 4 Fusion. There's my paint right now. I'm going to remove that. I'll put it back on some other time, but I want to click Choose New Paint. Upload personal paint and select a file. Now this is where you look for your paint. Which I saved it in my downloads, right? Paint temps and I believe Ford Fusion. I must have saved it just in here then. Yep, test 7 up. Open. And that's about it. When it comes to the custom paints, you can see it's right there. Now, let me go to iRacing. Yeah, I'm at Pocono here, so let me click Test. Make sure you have Trading Paints open still. So I'm going to click Test, and we'll go to iRacing. Now, why is this important? Well, you want to refresh the paints. And I think the default key is Control R. You can see it's going to flash again right there. That means it loaded that custom paint. I press Control T, but it's Control R by default to refresh the paint, and you'll see there it is. It wasn't that before, but that's what it is right now. And there's your custom paint. So let me exit, go back, and I'll just go ahead and talk about the cheap, simplified iRacing paint shop or whatever. I don't need that no more. 9 seconds. So you click paint under your car here on the page, click paint. And there you go. This is your main page here. Here's all your built-in templates. So you can see this is fairly blank. That one's kind of have more of a design to it. I think this is what I had previously. But yeah, just pick a pattern, I guess, on the pre-built thing here on the side. And you can see here, swatch pad. I'll have the little dot on car. That just basically changes the colors of your car. You can see it change there. You can move things around if you want to change the color. Just go over here, say I want this black to be red or something. Let it load. There you go. Now it's red. Put it back to black. There you go. You can also use a hex number or something like that. So I guess I can show you that. Let me go to paint.net, it'd be the easiest way. Let me just put down a random squiggly here. Alright, you see my colors over here? I click more. And say I want to make this like green. You can see what it created here in the hex. So if you want this exact same color in your, basically say a car number, just copy this text or this hex sign here, copy it, go back to your paint here, and you can just put in the number, and it should give me that green. Press enter, I believe. Yep, see, there's the green right there. That's really all there is. Do the same thing with car numbers. You can see the car number is just its own deal. It's all the same. You can save a preset of colors right here. your car number you can pick your preferred thing, and here you have your sponsors. You can choose, like, say Adidas or something. That's the wrong one, so when you see, there you go, look. But I believe I had Fanatec, didn't I? Fanatec 2. There you go. That's how you change your thing in the built-in paint program. You can also customize your helmet and your suit, but I'm not going to get into that. This is just a basic thing on painting, how to do all that, where your paints are saved, which are in documents. I already showed you like 3 times already, but let's do it again. Documents, iRacing, paint, find your car folder, and there you go. And the one that yours is your ID number. So there you go. That's how you know. And that's pretty much it for this episode, because I got this to watch. And hopefully this helped. And we'll be back to driving next week. I just ran out of time again. And yeah, this was just about paints the cheap way. I could get more detail, but I'm not really good at this painting thing. So yeah. Anyway, Simbers and Chewy side.